Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well and I hope that you have a wonderful day. I'm here to do an intuitive card reading to see what messages, guidance, and insights the universe wants to share with us at this time, especially for those of us who are feeling tired, feeling like we just want peace and quiet and to be able to rest. It's like, it can get very overwhelming at times being a human. So let's take a look at the cards and see what the universe wants us to know to help get us through these draining times and draining interactions because, oh boy, it's been a lot. So we have Auburn, ground yourself. Yeah, it's really important for us to stay grounded, especially in these interesting times that we find ourselves in, because if we don't have that strong, stable, secure inner foundation, the winds of life and all of its storms and turbulence and chaos and drama is going to whip us every which way, and we are not going to have a good time. Now, that's not to say that it'll be easy if we ground ourselves and have that inner security, that inner foundation, that inner stability. But it's going to be a lot easier to weather the storm and know that in the end we're going to be okay, that the universe has our back, and we can have faith and trust. It's not always easy. We will still have our human emotions and all our human experience, and there are going to be days that you're exhausted. I'm in one of those right now. It's true. Like, I've been dealing with a lot in terms of people acting up and things happening and scenarios and all that. And, not sleeping well because it's hot and waking up super hot and having all these weird dreams and it seeming kind of iffy, and then dealing with just aches and all of that funness that is interfering with sleep. So, yeah. Just trying to find our inner peace and just keep moving forward the best we can. If we need to take it easy, if we need to rest more, if we need to relax more, go slower, do that for yourself because you deserve it. Be kind to yourself. Build up that foundation so that you can weather the storms, which may mean that you need to spend more time filling your cup right now, which may mean you have to take more off your plate. Yeah, I've been having to take stuff off my plate. There's a lot of things I want to do right now. I have a lot of projects that are sparking my interest and I want to do, and it's I'm going to need to take it slower today. And it is what it is. But we can make it through if we ground ourselves. So that's a really important thing to do right now. Yeah. Cyan, build your confidence. The universe wants us to have confidence in ourselves. It wants us to recognize our worth. It wants us to shine bright, to embrace our true colors, to not hide away, to not play small, to not settle for less, to not sell ourselves out, pretend to be someone we're not. The time for that is over, and the universe wants us to be authentic and real. So, if you're like me, who's constantly in the past putting yourself on the back burner, pretending like you got it all covered, like everything's great, you can just keep giving and giving and giving and just, sure, your body's exhausted and you're not feeling well and all these things, but, you could just keep tackling everything as per usual. It's fine. No. Be open and honest and real. Like, my best friend was asking me, he's like, oh, how are you doing? And I'm just like, honestly, I'm dealing with body aches and not doing so great. It's like, I can still do things, but it's that low energy time of the season, that time of the month. It's just like, okay, body, we can do that. It's not what I planned, but okay. Gotta go with the flow and build your confidence that even though you are a human, even though you are flawed, even though you have your weaknesses, even though you don't have all the answers and you're the work in progress, you're also the masterpiece. You're also deserving. You're also worthy. So you have brilliant things to offer the world. Don't sell yourself short. Give yourself more credit. Be more confident. Even though I'm at a low energy point, that doesn't mean that I can't do things. That doesn't mean that I'm not worthy and that I can't take care of myself and that I don't deserve it. The universe wants us to recognize our worth and to be confident and just shine bright, even if we have to, go slow. It's okay. It's really okay. And again, society will try to trip you up and be like, no, you got to keep cranking things out. It's like, no, you can go slow. It's like, I have been working on my projects a lot, and I was like, okay, I probably won't be working on them as much today because that's just where I'm at. I'm human, and my energy reserves are very depleted just because of that season and cycle, and then combined with the heat and the not sleeping well and the weird dreams, yeah, it just is what it is. Magenta, connect to your deepest inner knowing. And the universe wants you to know that this deeper inner knowing is that you are worthy, that you are deserving, that you can shine bright, that you have gifts to offer the world, you have skills and strengths to offer the world. You don't have to be perfect. You're the divine's beloved child, and that you're good enough as you are. Yes, you can keep striving to continue your growth and your learning and keep becoming better and better versions of yourself, but that doesn't mean you're any less worthy as you are now. Again, you are the work in progress and the masterpiece at the same time. So am I. Even if I have low energy, even if you have low energy, even if other people are draining us, and we're like, I just want some peace and quiet. Can we chill, please? And thank you. You're still worthy. You're still worthy. Even if you have a less, lower tolerance to things right now, even if you just kind of want to cocoon yourself in a blanket. It sounds very tempting right now, but at the same time, it's hot. So, but the deepest inner knowing is that you're deserving, that you have great things to offer. It's going to be okay. So we have full moon in Scorpio. Breathe through the tension. Yeah. Breathe through the storm. Breathe through the turbulence. Breathe through the drama and the conflicts and the chaos. Know that you can walk away. Know that you don't have to give people who are stirring up all this nonsense, lashing out and trying to blame you for things. You don't have to engage in it. That's what I've been doing. That toxic group of narcissists, they're probably still trying things, and I just don't go in spaces they're at because I'm like, I don't need that. Especially on days like today, I'm like, no, I don't have time and energy and effort and care for that. I'm going to take care of myself. I'm going to keep breathing and recognize not every day is going to be like this. Not every day is going to have the aches and the exhaustion, and just some days are going to go a lot easier. And that's okay. It's okay to ride the roller coaster of life, to deal with the ebbs and flows, to be gentle with yourself and be like, okay, I can go slow today. Okay, I can take things off my plate today. You don't have to do it all yourself. You can hand things over to the universe to handle. It's not going to handle everything for you, but it co-creates with you. You don't have to do it all yourself. You don't have to take on the world. You don't have to, be a martyr and just sacrifice yourself and put yourself on the back burner and burn yourself out. You don't have to do that. It's going to pass. The storm won't last forever. The chaos won't last forever. Yeah. First quarter moon in Capricorn. Unleash your kindest self. And your kindest self to yourself, because if you're like me, I'm a lot better than I used to be, but oh boy, my family instilled a perfectionist in me, and I was my worst harsh critic because of all the things my family was telling me growing up, and even teachers and stuff, and peers. It was rough, and I was not very kind to myself. With my family, they didn't allow sick days, so then that mentality got instilled in me, and so I just kept trying to power through and push harder when I didn't feel good, when I didn't have the energy. Even if I was super nauseous and very not well, I'd still be trying to act like it was a regular schmegular day and that I could handle it all. And I was like, no, 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 no. Gentle with yourself. Take care of yourself. Fill up your cup. Go slow and rest if you need to. Take a break. Have a vacation if you need it. And even if it has to be a staycation because you don't have all the finances right now, do something to help build yourself up instead of tear yourself down. Because if you keep putting yourself on the back burner, you're going to be like me before. And I'm still dealing with the aftermath of that burnout. Like, I was way too many jobs. And yeah, I get that we need to pay the bills. And I get that like those jobs could have gotten my foot in the door and helped me get a better position. But it didn't. People just ended up using me and tossing me out like a disposable tool that now that they had used me all up. And so, yeah, be kind to yourself. Don't put yourself in that situation. You deserve better. You deserve better. Be kind, loving, respectful, and gentle with yourself. Show yourself some extra compassion and empathy. Because we don't need to keep doing that to ourselves. We don't need to just burn ourselves to the ground with how hard we're pushing. Yeah, sometimes you need to power through things, but like that should not be the norm where you just drain yourself and deplete your cup like that. You need to fill your cup back up. We have first quarter moon in Scorpio. Release your blocks. And with me, I'm still working on it, but like blocks in terms of thinking that it has to be a certain way, that I have to power through, that I can't rest, that I can't take it easy, that I have to do it like everybody else, that I have to be a perfectionist. Like, past me was so hard on myself and nothing was ever good enough, and I just had to keep pouring into things. And like, it's not bad to be dedicated and committed and to try to do your very best, but when it's never good enough, when I'm constantly reworking things because it has to be just right, like, it's not healthy when that's with so many things, And we gotta release the blocks on being kind and loving and respectful to ourselves, because so many of us are conditioned to think that we're not good enough, that we need to do more in order to be deserving, and it's just not true. It's just not true. But if we would ground ourselves, build our confidence, and connect to our deepest inner knowing that we are the divine's beloved child, that we are good enough as is, as the work in progress and masterpiece, we'd be able to release so many of these blocks. And we'd be able to unleash our kindest self, And then, Numeneraries, we'd be able to go for it. We'd be able to go after our dreams and to be able to trust and have faith and know that we can do things that are kind for ourselves. We can do things that fill our cup back up. We don't have to constantly be putting ourselves last, to be putting ourselves on the back burner, to tend to all these other people's whims, to cater to their selfish desires and do what they want and appease them. Like, no, we don't have to do that. Yeah, be kind to people. Yeah, you can be giving and loving and just share and, lift people up, but you don't have to do that at your own expense. You don't have to put yourself last. You can fill up your cup. You can be kind to yourself and show you some extra TLC. If you need to rest, you're allowed to rest. If you need a break or a vacation, you're allowed to do that. Like, I've been giving myself permission to try to nap more. It's like, napping with me has never worked out that well, but I'm giving myself the opportunity to at least try, to at least give myself rest, because the way I look at it is like, okay, yeah, I wasn't actually able to fall asleep because I can literally lay there for hours, but at least I'm giving my body a chance to rest, and this is what the universe wants you to know. You can go for it. You don't have to have all these rules and conditions. You can just do. You can just be. You can allow yourself to be human and to be kind to yourself, We have Nuthatch. Stay grounded and welcome the new knowledge and perspectives coming to you. Yeah, this energy of being grounded is very, very important right now, because The external world, the people in your lives, like, it's like what's been happening with me. It is heating up and things are bubbling over and there are emotionally volatile explosions and like you don't know what's going to happen. So if you can stay grounded, if you can have those deep roots, you'll be able to weather these storms. You'll be able to take care of yourself and not put in so much stock into external approval and external validation. You're just like, no, I'm intrinsically, like, I seek out my intrinsic internal validation and approval more than the external world. Not that it's bad to have support from others and for other people to recognize your worth, but you don't have to believe their lies. You don't have to believe your lies. You are allowed to rest and take care of yourself no matter what. No matter what you're deserving. Even if other people don't see it. Ostrich, the choice is clear for you now. Follow the wisdom and truth follow the wisdom and truth you feel in your heart. Yeah. Again, connect with your deepest inner knowing. Connect with your heart and soul. What resonates right now? What's in alignment with you? Is it rest? Is it going at a slower pace? Is it, maybe changing jobs because the one you're in is too much and it's draining you? Like, I had to get out of those jobs. The universe ended up forcing me out because I wasn't doing it on my own, because it's partially that perfectionist tendencies, but also me wanting to stay committed and honor my word and not wanting to, leave the children because I could see how other people weren't actually paying attention to them and honestly, it felt like if I wasn't there, they would suffer. And I didn't want to do that to them because, I had been that child that was constantly being let down and all of that with my family. I was expected to be the adult and to take care of everyone as a small child with my family. So it's like, I don't want to do that with other people. But that was ended up burning me out. And I was taking it all on as I would also be taking on other people's roles and responsibilities, because if I didn't, the kids were going to suffer because other people weren't doing their jobs. And it's clear that we need to do better for ourselves. Not that we say to heck with everybody else, but if we take care of ourselves, we show up as the best version of ourselves and we can do more. And it's not always easy to be like, no, guys, I'm going to be resting right now. I need to take care of myself. People can throw fits and create all this big fuss because, like, what do you mean? And, like, they can lose it, but you got to do what's best for you. You gotta. The dove. Feel and allow a deeper sense of peace to fill you now. This is a divine quality. Yeah, a lot of people don't choose peace. They choose the drama, the conflict, the turbulence, the nonsense, the chaos. They choose that. They want the arguments. They want the fighting. They want to make things a battle and like manipulate and deceive and coerce, and like, you don't need to be a part of that. You don't need to be a part of that. You can remove yourself from that. You don't have to give your time, energy, and attention to that. You can choose peace. You can invest your time, energy, and attention into peace and your well-being and your joy and filling your cup. You're allowed to do that. Other people might try to judge you for it, but you're allowed to do that. Chickadee, the time is right to release old patterns and energies. You are ready to embrace change, yeah. We're ready to say goodbye to our old self that wasn't the most kind and loving and respectful to ourselves, that didn't look out for us, that put ourselves on the back burner and took care of everybody else while we suffered, while we depleted ourselves and just gave and gave and gave. We don't need to keep doing that. We don't. We don't need to do that anymore. We can release it to let in the new because we are confident in ourselves. We know we deserve better. So we have simplification. Yep, we need to simplify, especially if we're being drained and we're feeling exhausted and like we're just done. Like, we need to simplify. We don't need to keep piling up on our plate. We can simplify and get back to basics. Simplify your life and focus on what truly matters. Declutter your mind and surroundings for greater clarity and effectiveness. And just your peace of mind and your energy. Like, if you're constantly running around like a chicken with your head cut off, it's not going to help you. You're just going to deplete yourself more and more and more. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt. I was working the 3+ jobs with pet sitting, house sitting, babysitting, working in multiple schools. Like, I was working 19+ hour days, and on the weekends, like, there wasn't really rest. Like, I was constantly on the go, and like, people weren't respecting me. They were using me like a tool and just using me up. Like, we need to simplify. We don't want to put ourselves in those situations, guys. Speaking from experience, don't do that to yourself, please. Nothing good comes from it. I'm still dealing with the aftermath. Yeah, reflection. Look inward and evaluate your actions. Embrace introspection and self-reflection for your own development. Yeah. What is it that you're doing to help yourself? What is it that you're doing that might actually be holding yourself back or harming you? What is depleting your cup too much, faster than you can refill it? Are you taking on too much? Do you need to take things off your plate? Do you need to rest? Do you need to slow down? What is it that will help you have the best chance of success, to become your best version, to do the most good for yourself and other people? Get clear on that. Take some time to reflect, to journal, to meditate, pray, whatever it is that's going to help you do that. Take some time to reflect, to look inward, because a lot of us, we don't like looking inward because we don't want to deal with the mess. I have seen so many people who are just running away from themselves and their feelings and their inner hot mess. And they'd just rather point fingers and project it onto other people and say, you're to blame. You're the problem. I become the problem for so many people because they don't want to look at their own stuff. So it's really, really important that we do take the time to have introspection, reflection, and awareness. It makes a world of a difference, and it can really help us ground, guys. Yeah, and it brings us clarity. Trust yourself and the universe to make necessary changes to achieve your goals. Soon you'll gain clarity about your life's purpose and just the best way to move forward, by taking time to ground, by taking time to reflect, to simplify, to breathe, to release, to be kind to yourself. Like, it's going to open so many doors. So many doors. Yeah. And this clarity and new opportunities and doors is going to bring renewal. By taking the time to slow down, to pause, to rest, to tend to yourself, to fill up your cup, you're going to have such great renewal. You're experiencing renewal and fresh beginnings. Release the past and embrace opportunities for growth and transformation ahead. Yeah, you're not going to be able to be your best self if you're constantly depleting yourself and never allowing yourself to rest. You're human. You're not a robot. You're not a deity. You can't just constantly be cranking things out. You need to take care of yourself. You need to be kind to yourself. That's what I'm going to do today. I am taking much needed me time. Oh my goodness. I need it. Okay. So we have, I show up for myself in the world. Yeah, you need to show up for yourself. Don't just show up for the world and other people. Show up for yourself. Be committed and dedicated to yourself. Be kind to yourself. What is it that you need? How can you best show up for yourself? Is it to be slowing down? Is it to be taking more breaks? Is it to rest more? Show up for yourself, because you really do need it. You matter. You're worthy. You don't need to be doing all this stuff to be worthy and to earn it. You don't need to earn rest, okay? You can allow yourself to rest just because you need it. You're inherently worthy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the universe really wants you to know to rest, to sleep, to take care of yourself, to relax. Sleep is a spiritual practice. You need to fill up your own cup because you're not going to do yourself or anyone else that much good if you're exhausted and burnt out and just trying to burn from both ends and just continue the grind when you have nothing left to give. Allow yourself to rest, allow yourself to sleep. You deserve it. And it's going to help you so much if you can give yourself the rest you need. It's not always easy, there can be external factors that can make it more complicated, like how I struggle a lot in summer with how hot it is. And sometimes the body can be doing things, like my sister was complaining about bug bites preventing her from sleeping, and yeah, I get it, but do your best to take care of yourself and fill up your cup, okay? Yeah, I choose to speak up when I have had enough. If you're reaching your breaking point and you have nothing left to give and you need to step away and take care of yourself, to fill up your cup, to rest, to relax, to breathe, you have every right to do so. Walk away if you need to. Take time for yourself if you need to. Health is wealth. Health is wealth. You don't need to keep giving. You don't need to. Yes, when you're a parent, there are certain things that you need to keep in mind. But maybe see if you can get some extra help from a neighbor, from family members. Maybe hire a babysitter. Take care of yourself. You don't need to justify it. You don't need to be like, oh, well, I haven't done. No, you're inherently worthy. Allow yourself to rest. If you are at your breaking point, if you are at your limits, if you need the rest, if you're burnt out, take care of yourself, because speaking from existence or from experience, I kept trying to power through before, and I'm still dealing with the aftermath, and that was back in 2020, 2021, when all that was going down for me. And that's just 3, 4, 5 years later, however long it is. And so it's yeah, be kind to yourself. Speak up when you've had enough, when it's too much and you need that break. Yeah, I am confident. Have the confidence. Build your confidence. The universe wants you to speak up. The universe wants you to speak up on your own behalf, to show up for yourself, to advocate for yourself, to have strong, healthy boundaries, to do what you need to, because you deserve it. My life is a gift and I appreciate everything I have. And one way you can show your appreciation is to tend to your body, to tend to your physical vessel, and make sure it has what it needs, which includes rest, which includes going slow at a slower pace if necessary because your body's struggling. It's okay to have off days. It's okay to have high emotions and need to process it. I've had that recently. I was talking to my best friend and she's like, man, I've been going through it. I'm like, me too, man. And I was just sharing the kind of things I was feeling. She's like, dude, I get it so much. I'm like, I know. I know, and it's just been hard, but I'm doing my best to ride these waves because running away isn't going to do me any good. She's like, yeah, it really doesn't do any good, does it? I'm like, no, it just usually makes things worse and then it blows up in your face, So appreciate everything that you have, recognize the gift that you have, and be kind and loving to yourself. Unleash your kindest self for yourself. Do it for your own sake. We have scales. Keep your life in balance. Yeah. When life isn't in balance, when you're not taking care of yourself and filling up your cup, speaking from experience, it doesn't go well. So keep your life in balance. If there's, the scales for the day, the metaphorical cards you've been dealt are saying you need more rest, you need to take it slower, do that. Because it's not going to benefit you to have your life wildly out of balance. It's going to catch up to you. Caught up to me. And so now I know to treat myself with more kindness and to go slower. It's why I'm trying to come up with these extra, income streams of digital products, because if I need to take it slower for whatever reason, there are still ways that I can be getting income, And I also just want to help people. But if you're having low energy, you can't always be showing up to a 9-to-5 job. So it's just like, if I had stuff online, people can come to it, when they need it, when they're ready. Valley, deep personal strength and peace that assures success. Yeah, this is why the universe wants you to ground yourself, wants you to get grounded and to breathe, to be kind to yourself. I want you to go for it because you will succeed in the end. You will. And it's because you're taking care of yourself and filling up your cup now. You're not putting yourself on the back burner. You're breathing and recognizing that the storm will pass. It's going to be okay, and that sleep is important, and that it's spiritual. It's not just, like the people say, I'll sleep when I'm dead. Literally, what kind of existence is that going to be when it's literally necessary for your physical body's well-being? Like, come on now. Let's be kinder to ourselves. Unicorn, use your intuition to make beneficial changes. Yeah. Trust the energy, trust your gut, trust your intuition, because it's going to let you know. Like, as much as I want to just be productive and try to power through today, I can read the energy. I can listen to my intuition. It's like, no, today is a slower day. It needs to be more of a rest day, and that's okay. I'll do the things that I need to do today, like make sure the boys get to where they need to be and everything, and check on dogs. But otherwise, I'm going to be taking things off my plate because it's going to be very beneficial to me, and it's going to help me unleash my kind of self for myself, And yeah, we're going to be like the eagle. We're going to triumph over our troubles and obstacles. We're going to soar high because we're being kind to ourselves, because we're taking care of ourselves, because we're grounding, because we're filling up our cup. Because if our cup's empty, how are we going to be able to soar? We won't have the energy for that. We won't have the energy to overcome, By taking care of ourselves, dolphin, we'll have financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. And it could just be that you've been working on yourself. You've been doing the inner work, the shadow work, the healing work, whatever you want to call it. You've been working on yourself to become better, kinder, more loving towards yourself. And it's going to help you go even farther. And you're going to reap what you have sown. And yeah, maybe it's that you're finally allowing yourself to have a vacation. Like, it's been years since I had like a good vacation. Because I did go on a trip last year with the narcissist, and it was me doing a lot of my same old patterns and cycles and putting myself on the back burner to, let other people be happy. And that's not to say that I was miserable or that like nothing good. Like me, I'm pretty chill, and I try to make the best and most out of any situation I'm in. But other people take advantage of that, and if you don't speak up, if you let other people dictate things all the time, like, it's not going to go well for you. So I'm looking into finding ways to do a vacation, and next month I'm going to end up doing sort of like a staycation when my family goes away on a cruise, because my family took me on a cruise before. It did not go well. Sleep was bad because of the noises and just being surrounded by people, and it was just sensory overload. So I'm going to try to be working on breaks and rest and relaxation that work for me, that help build me up and fill up my cup. And the universe wants you to do the same thing. So please take care of yourselves, guys. Please fill up your cup. Please rest and go slow if you need to. It's really, really vital. I'm wishing you all a wonderful rest of your day. Please take care, and I'll see you next time. Sending so much love. Bye.